Hello everybody, this is Bench85. Welcome back to another episode of YouPlay KSP Reboot. We are still on Minmus here. Maupont. Or maybe I should just call her Maui. Maybe. She is having fun here on Minmus. Let's drop down. So the things... What I want to be able to do today is I want to be able to get some more science. That's right. It's all about science day today. So ideally here, we would like to head over here to this little flat area here. I think I'm headed in the right direction. I don't like that it zooms way out. Oop. Okay, I can see vertical speed and I can see horizontal speed. Lovely. We also gotta watch our EVA propellant here. So the goal is to scoot over here, grab some information from this area. I think I want to just land the craft on some flats. I don't think I want to try to take it on the slopes or anything because I don't think it's going to end well. If we want to get that kind of stuff, we can always do that with like a rover or something along those lines. How much? I've got, okay, about 6 hours worth of food, electricity, and water. How it works out. So I'm going to start slowing down here. I'm hoping this will start changing here. The biome will change. We're doing good. We only used half a unit of our 5. So we used about 1/10 of it. Alright, is it going to change? Oh, there we go. We got lowlands. And we have touchdown. Nice. So we can do an EVA report, which we're going to save, and we're going to do a service sample. Look at that. Another 150 science. Perfect. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do another EVA report here because I already have one saved. So we're going to have to scoot over here. I think this is another spacecraft we have on a different part of the moon. Oh, we probably shouldn't cruise that fast. We're going 40 meters per second. We're actually still falling. And our spaceship's going to come in very quickly. Vertical speed starting to fall. Yeah, let's slow down a bit. We are cruising. Otherwise, we are going to run into something, and that's not going to end well. And there we go. That's much more manageable. 3 meters per second. Perfect. So I guess the next thing to do would be is to take off and head for another flat here. Oop. There's a reason why I folded up those solar panels. It's actually easier in space when you don't have gravity issues. Perfect. Well, that's bored. There we go. We gained an EVA report and a surface sample. Lovely. So if we do go to the map quick, we could scoot a little bit north and mostly west. How much Delta V do we have? Quite a bit. So let's try this. There we go. Might as well fold that out. So we want to go to the west and a little bit north. So we want to go kind of in this direction. Oh, she gained the new ones. Because she's now a level 2 pilot. Very cool. Alright, let's take off. Let's go west. And a little bit north. Let's see if we can get this to track the way we want it to. That's almost perfect. We used about 100 Delta V for that. Let's go a little bit more. There we go. So we should clear everything, which is good. So we do have near Minmus. We could get. It won't let us though because this one's been used. Oh, from Minmus Great Flats. We were just there, weren't we? Yeah, let's reset that one. Because I think that's what I gained with that one. Maybe we should just get that one. Because it'll get us an extra 27 science. Let's just reset it for now. Alright, so we could start accelerating here. We're going up and over. We've got 7 minutes to impact time here. So we're near the lowlands. Spin this guy around. So this is just going to be the regular flats, I think. Alright, we're looking at another landing here. I'm perfectly happy with where we're landing right now, so let's fire up the engine. Let's slow our horizontal speed down as much as possible. And there we go, close enough. Fortunately, oh, it does let me accelerate. No, it won't because I'm below 3,000. Okay, good enough. We still got 1,400 meters per second. I think we're going to need some to make our burn or slow down when we get home because we don't actually have a heat shield on here. So we're going to have to watch that. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. It's Alt. Wanted to speed up physics, and I did the wrong thing. So we're under 1,000. 40 meters per second. Our shadow should be right there. There we go. Nice, easy speed to work with. And of course we get to do the full run of sensor readings again. And then we're going to probably have to plot for home because I feel like we don't want to push things when it comes to fuel. That's a lot of science we got on board. Oop. And if we screw things up on the other end, we're going to lose the science, and we're going to end up killing off one of our best astronauts. We're a little off on our... Boop. Okay, let's land. Okay, so we can do a crew report. We can do a goo observation. Yeah, let's keep that one because it's 50. We can do a temperature scan. Oh, I forgot to reset the one. So we're going to send you on EVA. I need you to take this data. Take that data. Take this data. I need you to take this data because it will pick up the crew report. Let's get an EVA report. Keep a surface sample. Keep. Let's board back inside. And let's do the atmospheric scan. Dang, we're getting a lot of stuff here. That's what I mean. We've got like 500-600 science probably. Oh wait, I was supposed to... Oh no, I did do it. Never mind. I was supposed to grab it. Take data. There we go. Now we board. It adds another one. It would probably be worthwhile for us to... Well, first of all, let's retract this. So you don't break it, because I know you will, or at least I will. And then we're going to let go. Oh, nope. That's not good. I hit the wrong button. Alright, well, luckily the gravity is low, right? Alright, let's try this again. Spacebar obviously only does jump. So I kind of messed that up. Gotta use shift. So let's accelerate. You can see our pack got used, or filled back up. Part of me makes me think that that was not the closest direction, but then again, I guess it is. It is possible, although it's extremely difficult to do, but it is possible to go from an orbit to Minmus surface, as well as going the other way. Like I said, it's difficult. It's a lot easier to do actually now. With all of the information you get. You actually get a nav ball to work with now, so you actually get surface speed and all that good stuff. A little faster. Hoping this will change. It'll show me that I'm landing at a different location, because I'm hoping I get slopes, at least to get one more surface sample, one more EVA report. Yay! Okay, watch what we're doing. So now that changed. Okay, so it's showing our biome. Okay, it doesn't, I guess it doesn't show what biome you're going to run into. It just shows what you're going over. I'm hoping this is slopes. Let's slow down here. Oh, I'm on lowlands. I wanted slopes. I gotta watch my fuel. If I'm at 2.5, I'm gonna be in trouble. You know what we're gonna do? We are going to take an EVA report, and then we're gonna turn around, and we are gonna burn back to the ship. Because I don't want to run out of fuel. I don't want to wipe out. So let's head back this way. You can actually see here. Oh, I'm going really fast. If I check the map, I guess it doesn't really show it. I was hoping you could actually see the arc. We just gotta watch our descent right here. Actually, I think it's over the top of the hill. You can't see it. I see my shadow though. Two meters. Okay, now I can see the spaceship. Okay, we're 200 meters above the surface, so we gotta slow down a bit here. We gotta drop. So unfortunately, it's not another surface sample. We'll have to search around on Minmus a bit to get there. Alright, we are incoming. Oh, we are coming in hot. We are coming in hot. And remember all my controls here. Should we go straight for a landing on the ship? Oh, nailed it. That was pretty good. Let's store that one. I'm gonna let go. No, I don't want to do that one. I want to do EVA report. There we go. Because I already did the... Oop. We went right past it. We jumped. Maybe we can snag it on the way down. We already did the surface sample. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we did it. Whoa! We're getting sick. There we go. So we've got a lot of science on board. I am happy with what we have. Let's close this up. Let's look at our map here. We are facing that direction. So we want to accelerate backwards. So we want to be over here on the planet. So I'm actually going to accelerate a bit here. We'll let Minmus come around here. The reason we're doing this is now we're on the back side here. We can basically fire straight off the ground. Like so. And we're basically going to end up accelerating backwards and escape Minmus. It should be the most efficient use of our fuel here, because there's no getting into orbit. Like so. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to burn this down. Until we get a Kerbal periapsis of, roughly, I don't know, go for about 150. Because what I want to do is I want to burn then to slow down when we get down here. And somewhere there. Okay, we only have 960. But periapsis is going to be 7 days away, and we have another spacecraft coming up before that time. Oh, we're shifting here. Oh yeah, that's right, we're accelerating. Let's extend this solar panel so we make sure we've got enough electric charge. It is gaining now. Perfect. So we are headed back home with a whole lot of science. So while Mapont is on our way back from Minmus, we need to launch ourselves a cargo rocket here. This is headed up to meet up with Jeb, who is still floating around in space, testing out how space flight is and long-term effects of weightlessness and no gravity. So this is just a quick launch of our 5-ton lifter that we've used in the past. This is actually pretty low on its capabilities. I think it was like a 2 or 3 ton payload. So it actually has a lot more range and a lot more fuel, which I kind of designed it around that because I wanted to try to pump as much fuel into Jeb's stage as I could. So you can see here we're getting upwards of almost 30 kilometers here before the side boosters run out, and at that time we're well on our way into space. You also saw I was running some science experiments. I'm actually delivering supplies, fuel resources, and a science pack. I was trying to line this up and get it so that I could try to meet it, but I jumped the gun and launched too soon. Didn't remember exactly the angle that I wanted to accommodate here when I did that. Those are the 2 boosters sitting there. So I should be able to shift this to rendezvous mode here, and you'll start to see there's distance between, which is more than I'd like. So we're going to go through a docking procedure here. Of course, since we're ahead, we need to go up into a higher orbit, so we slow down. As I think I brought up in the past, it is odd to think about it, but we need to go faster in order to slow down when it comes to meeting orbits in space, and then of course you need to slow down to speed up. It all has to do with the curvature of your orbits around dealing with the gravity, because the lower you are, the closer you are to the point of gravity, the faster you go, the shorter amount of time is needed to make that orbit, so therefore you're moving faster. Whereas if you accelerate, you get further away from the source of gravity, and then you're actually going to slow down because it takes longer to make that orbit. I was spinning around here having issues because it is kind of unwieldy with that first stage still stuck on here. Well, actually it'd be the second stage, but the first core. Just trying to straighten out the orbit as much as possible. And I think I was actually wrong about it. I was thinking that the Kermini 1 is actually going to be at like 130,000. You'll see my distance between is actually starting to increase because we actually dipped below the orbit of it, and so we were starting to accelerate faster. So now we kicked everything out. We kicked our prograde or our periapsis up above the capsule. So now we're starting to come in So it's time to set up a maneuver node here, try to find a close approach, which is pretty standard for what we've done in the past. Swing it around till it's pretty close, and then we'll make our burn here. So the whole point of this, the plan of this mission here, because I want to get some science, I want to increase the science ability that we have. One of the places we can go to get science is orbit around sun. So we need to get out of Kerbin's SOI. In order to do that, we need to basically reach escape velocity. I was crunching the math and I was pretty sure I had enough fuel, but then at the same time I wasn't entirely sure. So luckily we're bringing a full load of RCS as well. And both ships will have RCS thrusters, so we have the ability to move stuff around using RCS. So, trying to cancel things out here, get things where I want it to be, and there we go. I kicked it out so that it's shifting away from us, and I'm gonna burn towards it a little bit here. There we go, accelerating towards the target. You can see here we just got the upper stage of our 5-ton rocket here, and then attached onto that is our science pack that we're bringing. You can see a cargo bay which has got some science stuff in it, fuel tank. It's got a materials bay, which is something we haven't used a lot of, simply because our landers really haven't been able to support the extra weight of a materials bay, at least decently. So now we're coming in fast. There we go, down to nothing. Control from there. You can see it actually highlights out there what you're aiming at. So it's that docking port. So we line up our docking port as always, and we just start shifting things in. Unfortunately, I set the RCS thrusters for balance around just the science pack. I wasn't originally planning on bringing both the science pack and the upper stage. So you'll see whenever I'm like thrusting sideways, it's shifting back and forth. So the easiest way to get around that when you have a spacecraft that's not balanced is to make slow, short thrusts. If you try to burn for a long distance, you will end up swinging it around. So here we're just lining her up and we're attached. So now we got a whole lot of spacecraft and we need to transfer resources. We need to make sure we have all of our liquid fuel transferred. And I realized there I could highlight from there. So we're going to transfer all the fuel just about. I am going to leave a little bit in those tanks for the purpose of deorbiting that stage. So now we transferred the liquid oxygen over, or the rocket fuel I should say. Alright, so now we're going to transfer over supplies. So we're transferring oxygen, water, and food. So we got everything transferred over there. Basically got 60 some days again for Jeb to survive. So we kick out our backstage here. We got a little bit of fuel, and it turns out we have a whole lot of fuel left. So I'm just going to burn it out. And that's going to deorbit, crash and burn. So now I was looking here. Oh, we don't have that full because it transferred a little bit. So I was trying to decide how I wanted to do it. So we transferred it into that tank and transferred into that tank, so everything should be full on that tank. I want the upper stage to have the most. Obviously we have some weight here. So it is going to be time to go now. All we have left is RCS fuel in there, so just plotting a course just so I kind of have an idea of how much delta V it's going to take, because I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. And now it decided to want to screw up on me. So we're just going to accelerate out. So there is escape velocity. We're looking at just over 900 meters per second. And what I was worried about was if we got 900 meters per second to get out there, we're going to need about that to get back. So instead I start thrusting with the RCS. Generally, to save on fuel efficiency, you want to use your least efficient stuff first, so that the mass is gone for your most efficient engines, so you can reutilize them, and you can actually see our delta V is climbing. So RCS is our least efficient, and let's see here. Yeah, going over all the different biomes, and then at some point here we're going to start firing the main engine, because this is a really long burn doing it with RCS, and I don't want to use it all. I want to make sure I have some just in case. And of course it's the dark side. I wasn't really thinking about it, you know. You're not really seeing anything on the screen. All you're seeing is numbers, but all I was watching was numbers. I gotta kind of watch and make sure I strive to make sure I have good shots. I want to make sure the light is showing a little bit better at times. So for now I feel like I've burned enough RCS, so we're just going to start burning this stage. And I'm just watching the fuel burn down. And what we'll probably do is we'll probably burn some more RCS before launching the upper stage. But this will at least get us there into an escape trajectory. And we should start watching the map. So right now it's showing it. So I decided to accelerate time a little bit here, just to make sure it's showing this properly. And the first thing I notice, oh, we got a moon. Yeah, see, now we don't actually have an escape. We got to accelerate a little bit more because I wasn't showing it properly for some reason. There we go. So now we're on escape, but you see our mission coming back from Minmus is getting very close to Kerbal. So we're going to switch to that, but we're going to have to wait till next time to see what happens. So thank you all for watching, and as always, take it easy.